Hi again. It's Hugh, and this time we're talking about a subject that many people have tried, and that's losing weight and reaching your ideal weight. And once again, we can find more about this in chapter 21 in my book. And I urge you to read it because the person who's involved as my client has just a wonderful flair for writing, and it's so entertaining that I think you'll enjoy it even if you're not interested in losing weight. So this is another way that clients sort of find me. I was sitting one day in a chair in a salon having my hair cut by a woman who had been recommended to me. And it turned out that when she heard I was a hypnotherapist, she was kind of interested. But she didn't ask that first session. So it was another couple of months when I went back. And that time she started asking more about hypnosis and if we could really work with losing weight permanently. And so I suggested that, yes, that was definitely possible. So she made an appointment. And here's where she in this article. It just kind of shows that there's this flair that's really kind of cute with her writing. She talked about when she first went into the office and she was feeling tense and stressed. And she said by the time she walked out at the end of the session, she felt like she was moonwalking out the door. So that was the beginning of her little flair of writing. And she continued that all the way through. So you might just, if you want to kind of have a little laugh at times and enjoy this sort of splitting way of writing, go to chapter 21 and take a look at the weight issue. So she, she, in the course of her life, she was 31 years old. And she said for most of her life, she was a severe overeater. And we got to the reasons, but just think there's a severe overeater. And she'd say things like, why eat one piece of pie when she could eat the whole pizza? She could out eat any boyfriend she ever had. So she had a lot of those kind of sayings that were just representing that she was really frustrated by it. And she said that she was the uh, lose weight fast queen. And if anything was in the immediate future, down the road a week or two, that she needed to lose weight for to look better, she'd go on this crash diet. So she actually called herself the crash diet queen. So she'd lose 5 to 10 pounds, over a 2 week period, and she'd be at the event or whatever it was. And then she'd go back to, as she said, just slowly putting it all back on again. So she was just using her conscious mind, certainly, to do that. So as we started delving into the reasons as to why, she had these ways that were just keeping weight on her, she was, I would say, very excited just to be able to start to realize that, she could have some control over that. She was her own kind of humorous self, and at the end, she wrote a testimony about uh, all the different ways that she was feeling. One of them, I remember that she was talking about her wardrobe, and she had had a number of pair of jeans that none of them fit anymore because they were falling off, and she had one pair of jeans left, and with that she needed a belt to hold them up. And she said, if she had one complaint, it was that her wardrobe was severely depleted, and she absolutely loved it. So, it had that tone. And so I was uplifted when I was actually writing it. I remember the first time. So if you want to just have a little light reference to a serious subject and how hypnosis can help people reduce their weight and keep it off, because after 5 months, she wrote me one of these little testimonials, and she's saying that she has no cravings. She's eating 1/3 of what she used to eat. She'd go out and have a meal, bring it home and had 2 meals off of it. She had snack food that used to disappear in one night. Now it would go 2 weeks and on and on and on. So she was just delighted at the results. And that's what's possible, reducing your weight.